In today's video, I'm going to talk about 7 tips for new creators, and I'm going to do it in under 7 minutes. These tips are going to hopefully allow you to avoid the mistakes that I made in my first year of content creation. For context, my name is Zacc Rowlands. I've been writing every day for the past year, and for the past 4 months, I've also been making YouTube videos. So I've learned a few things along the way that I want to share with you today. And the first thing I want to talk about is just start. I could tell you right now, whatever you're thinking, it's too much. You've already overthought it. If you are just getting started out, or if you aspire to be a content creator, the best thing you could do is to just start sharing your ideas. Share your tweets, share a little short video of you doing something that you like to do, because the only way to be a content creator is to create content. And I made this mistake. I spent an entire year looking up how to be a YouTube creator, how to start writing content on Twitter, and I never got started. And after a full year, I finally made that leap of faith. And guess what? I didn't know anything. All that year spent learning, I didn't actually learn anything because I wasn't doing the thing of creating content. And so I wasted all that time learning about stuff that I might need to know just in case. They ended up not being relevant at all once I had started. So the best thing you could do is to stop overthinking whatever you got going on in your head and to just start posting things. The second tip I want to talk about is don't worry about your niche yet. It just doesn't matter yet. If you're just getting started, what you want to do is just create content that interests you. If you're really into crocheting, just make crocheting videos. If you're really into writing about Lord of the Rings fan fiction or something, just do that. It does not matter. At the beginning, it should be very exploratory, and you should just be trying to figure out the type of content that you like to create content around. It should be fun, it should be engaging, and it should be something that you see yourself doing for a long time. So for instance, when I first started out, I wrote about photography every day because I was learning photography and it was really exciting and new to me. And after about 2 months, I realized I don't want to create content about photography forever. And so I switched my niche. Now I write about creativity and tips for content creators and things like that. But it did not matter. Nobody remembered me as the photography creator. Nobody knows who you are. You're not going to be remembered for the ramen review person or whatever it is that you're afraid of being typecasted as. It's just a matter of getting started. Worry about your niche as it goes on. It will develop over time. You will figure out what you really love to create content around, and your niche will eventually find you. Tip number 3, stick to one platform. Huge mistake I made. I started off on Twitter, then I started writing on Medium, and then I thought, oh, well, there's LinkedIn as well, and oh, I guess I could also post the same stuff on Threads. And so next thing you know, I had 4 different platforms I was trying to manage, and they all had their own algorithms, their own audiences, and their own intricacies that I needed to learn. And this ended up splitting my focus in so many different ways that I ended up being pretty much bad at all of them. And if much better to just focus on one platform to create on, to build your core audience and then expand much later. Because you need to get really good at building that core audience on the one platform and learning the intricacies of it and building those connections on that platform and getting known there first before you start to branch out. So pick one platform. If you're going to be a video creator, start on YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is. If you're going to be a writer, just pick one. Just LinkedIn or Medium or Twitter, whichever one you want to do. Just pick one, build your core audience, expand from there later. Which brings me to tip 4, focus on one thing at a time. If you are just getting started out, you likely don't have that much time to dedicate to this. And if you only have 1 hour a day, it's very, very important that you spend that 1 hour doing the most important tasks that are going to get you closer to your goals. So if you're going to be a writer, you need to be spending an hour writing, not creating a logo. So make sure that you focus on one task a day. Don't worry about getting 8 things done. Don't worry about building some complex sales funnel or something like that. Just what is the one thing that would make today a win? If you keep doing that day after day, you're going to see a lot of progress over time. And tip number 5, to kind of go along and piggyback off that last tip, schedule when that 1 hour is going to be. When is it that you're going to do this work? Because if you don't schedule it in your day, what will happen is you'll continue to procrastinate or push it aside because other things in life are going to get in the way. You're going to have work come up. You're going to be tired after work. You're going to have friends that want to hang out. You're going to have all kinds of other obligations and opportunities coming your way. And if you don't schedule ahead of time when you're going to do this creative work, when you're going to work on this passion project, it's never going to get done. So what I like to do is I like to do it right in the morning. I like to set aside from like 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I just work on the YouTube channel and I just write the scripts and I just ideate and I just work on that thing. And then I can go to work and life will get in the way and distractions will come. But at least I know that I got it done in the morning. and I just schedule that time every day in the morning so that I make sure I get it done. So tip number 6 is to make sure you set clear goals from the beginning. If you want to do this as a hobby, make that your clear goal, write it down. If you want to do this as a business, same thing, make that your goal and write it down. Because when you set these clear goals, it establishes what you should be spending your time doing. Because if you want to make this a business, then you shouldn't be learning from hobbyists, and you should be more focused on building a digital product, getting traffic, getting views up, optimizing for retention, all that stuff, because you want this to be a business. But if you want it to be a hobby and that's your goal, then you actually don't need to worry about that stuff. And what you need to focus on is like getting better at the thing you love doing, right? Just learning how to get better at your craft and just like actualizing your vision better. So having a clear goal from the beginning gives you a destination to walk towards, and this will allow you to make progress towards the goals that you set from the beginning. So tip number 7 is quantity over quality. There's just no denying that the more reps you get in something, the better you will get. And this is especially true when you're just learning. If you spend all your time trying to make the perfect piece of content, the perfect video or whatever it is, what's going to end up happening is you're going to post it and nobody's going to see it because nobody knows who you are. And also it's probably not even going to be that good because you don't have much experience doing it. You've only made one and you spent 30 hours making a YouTube video when instead you could have made 30 videos spending 1 hour on each one. And within those 30 videos, you would have gotten exponentially better than that person who spends 30 hours making the one video. Because with each video, you learn something new that you could have done better. And so just getting those reps, being able to iterate and experiment and figure things out on the fly is always going to be better when you're first getting started. So if you're a new creator or you're aspiring, do not try to make the perfect video. Don't try to write the perfect article. Don't try to write the perfect tweet. What you need to do is just start doing it. I have a free newsletter if you'd like some additional resources. I'll link in the description below. That's it for today. Subscribe if you like the video. Take care.